Hello, it's Monday and it's back to the grind after the Holy Week, after the holidays. It's still Ramadan, but this is going to be a busy week since this is the last stretch or last week of the school days in the school or work. And the two kids, younger kids, are actually there in the living room playing, and I'm here as usual working. So this week I'm going to be doing making grades and reading students' papers, and I still have time to take a video because hi Zach, taking a video because I am wearing a gift present from a friend. It was her birthday. She gave me a present. She's a dear friend, and decided to wear this for work. Although I think there's going to be a video conference or call later with students, and it's the usual noisy day for me. Hannah's with her watching her videos as usual in the morning. This is my schedule. Some of my friends are asking me, those who want to write or learn to write, how to write. This is just for friends video anyway, so they're asking me how do I go about my day. So my day lugar ko. I've been up since 5. I've been writing, and then I would take a break to cook breakfast, set the breakfast, feed the kids, younger kids, since the older ones are fasting, and I'm not also fasting. I hope to maybe tomorrow, the last 7 days before Ramadan ends, and what else? But this is still the usual day, the usual routine that I have. So 5 to like 8 o'clock, 8:30. Then at 8:30 I will be logging Zaki in his school. But since there's been no update right now from his school, I think they're busy with some activity. So there, I let him play. The schedule for his me to work with him in this PT and quizzes will be tonight. So for the whole morning, like 5 to 8, I write, or sometimes until 9 o'clock I write, and then just I give writing prompts to myself. Sometimes just write on my journal. That's 5. That's the 5 to 9 schedule. That includes my quiet time, my meditation, my prayer. And then from 9, there I start checking. So I was from 9 to 10. I was already communicating with students, checking their works, or making whatever needs to be done for work. And then sometimes 9 to 10, I would meet with some people, colleagues, or I don't know what would I call them, with fellow writers, editors, publishers. So I would. That's for my literary work. They say it's hobby. It's not a job. It's not work. It's just my thing. It's the thing that I pursue because it's a passion of mine. So next to God and my family, of course. So then after my day job, which is like I teach in a high school and continue to do my own research on some things, readings, everything. And then that's 9 to 12. Sometimes it's 10 to 12. And then by 12 o'clock, I cook lunch, prepare lunch. So we have like 12:30 to 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. lunch. And then if there's a meeting at 1 o'clock, I go attend a meeting. Everything is done here at home. So even if we're on level 1 and the pandemic, they say, starting to be turn into an endemic, but for me, I hold on to the lessons that the pandemic has taught me, and I still would prefer to stay home, do my work at home, and I spend more time with the children. So they see me working, they see me reading, and they don't feel like I might seem to be neglecting them. They're there with their gadgets, but no, there's always a time for everything. Sometimes 12 o'clock after lunch, or even before lunch, like when I'm done early, like 11, I play with them. We play hide and seek. So so that's my schedule. So right now, I'm posting this video because I want to make just my own writing prompt. So I'm going to give myself 30 minutes the most, or maybe 15, just to be able to compose a poem for you or for whatever. So I don't know what prompt yet I'm gonna give myself, but this is a self whatever test, self test. So this is a break that I'm taking from work just to post this video, to wear this, to thank a friend who gave me this, and to show off my collections in the future. And of course, the book right there is still to promote the book. And I still have copies. The book is still on Amazon, and I hope you purchase. I hope you help me promote the book, and pray also with me for me that the next project will push through and attract more publishers, because the book is like our produce, the work of our hands is an extension of our life, and it's a concrete manifestation of the workings of grace in our lives. And despite all we're going through, the hardships that we go through, we are still able to co-create, like create beautiful works that inspire people, help people, and make people's lives easier, or just even just inspire them to keep going, because life is not at all bad. It's not a bed of roses, but it's not also a puddle of lava. So yeah, here it goes. So I'm going to start now, but I'm just going to turn this off so you can see what's going on in my screen as I write. So this is my writing process, a prompt that I give myself. This is also a practice that you can do at home. Just give yourself any prompt, or you can choose prompts from Google. You can Google writing prompts, and then just write whatever needs to, just write, just show up, I think. So you might, this is a sneak peek or a peek at my writing process. Okay. Oh, before I start, I just want to show off my 8-year-old's painting. That's Zaki's painting. And then this is my laptop. And this is that's a receipt from an OR. Okay, there you go. There. So I'm going to write something, random prompts. So because I have 1 January to March Grace, that's a collection of the works, or it's just literary works that I have done from January to March. So I'm going to write 2 here, April 2. I should be actually doing this April, May, June. Okay. Okay, so I'm not going to make random prompts here. I'm just gonna, okay, there you go. There. Why have I done that? Should have shared my screen instead of doing this. But I think it's more natural, no? Right? Okay, let's begin. So I'm gonna create random prompts, April 25, 10:25. I don't know why I'm so particular about the date and time, numbers, 10:25 a.m. So what prompt am I going to give myself? Writing prompts. Shadow. The word that came to me is shadow from this book. Let me see. The book that I use sometimes for my camera stand. Shadow Almighty. Shadow. Shadow. Let's begin. No. The prompt will be, or you have a choice also to go to Google. Okay. Google writing prompts for poems. Okay, there you go. For poems. A day a child was born, the day your faith was shaken, the day your hope was restored, a day you laughed through tears. So these were all days. So I'm not going to talk, I'm just going to write. So the words here are shadows and days. What I usually do before I write is I take a deep breath, inhale, and then just transport myself inside, because if you try to think of the outside world, what's going on, then your history, your memories, It's, for me, it's way different when you go inside, because there's a more vast universe inside. Because inside you go back to the self and the memories, the memories of things you've seen, you've touched, you've heard, you've tasted. So the experience that awakens your senses. So take a deep breath in and I close my eyes, and then just go to where the poem is, or to where the image is. Just seek for an image inside. Go through passages. That's already a poem that I'm writing. I am saying, go through the passages within, the tricky, sticky, damp, sometimes glorious, wonderful passages. So pathways, find pathways to certain poems that lurk, or that dwell, or that wait for you to pick them up or draw them out, or the wait to emerge. Sometimes they don't emerge. Sometimes you really have to go inside and search for them. Kumbaga, in Bisaya, it's ukay-ukay. So you ukay through great finds. You know, this poem has a life of its own. It's life, it's alive, but then it's dormant. So you have to bring life to it by speaking words, giving it words, giving it names. So now I'm speaking. Let's see. Let's just show. Maybe you're just four lines. Shadows and days. I think that's it. I think I'm done. I'm gonna stop there. Okay, so shadows and days. There's no shadows. So I think there are shadows here. So I'm just gonna read. It's just raw. And I forgot what time I started, so it was 10:25. I started, so like 10 minutes. It's 10:36. See that? So that's 10:36, and then I started at 10:25. So shadows, random prompts. So I think what came out of me was the day that I was born. So they stand by the delivery room. Inside were the stirrups and scalpels and wires from tubes and dextrose bottles. They wait, informers of your coming, unseen, in uniform made of promises. They watch the white robes. I made a note there that I have to check what's the word for medical practitioner's uniform. Search that. So they watch the white robes and hair caps and nets move around. Surgical knives lay cold and used. There you are coming without ripping any skin. You are fish gently turning towards the light as your portal screams it's coming out. Her pain only at the backside. More comings and goings. The basin is whisked but too late. You slid out and down into the catcher. No gloved hands welcoming you, but only a surprised exclamation. Oh, she's out. And there the gloved hands gather all of you listening in slimy glory. Well, more prompts and more writing, instant writing, raw, organic, and just maybe wild and guided by flow. Okay, so just went inside the flow. I went into the flow, and there goes. I caught her, or let's say the poem, the work, whatever, inside me, starting from an inhale, eyes closing and going inside, and just a quick prayer to be led into that, to find that pathway and be led into the poem itself. So this is just my random musing, and till the next activity, I think I'll call this the first ever write with me activity. Bye bye. So that was it. I'm done and laughing at myself. So I'm going back to work now. That's the work, and I'm going to back to my job. So I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed that short 10-minute break writing random poetry. So at least I have my first. Actually, this is my first April output, because I have collected from January to March. I haven't done any work this April because maybe of Ramadan and many things, and I have also a project with girlfriends, sweet, wonderful girlfriends. I don't want to make a shout out. Just I love love them. God knows how much I love these girlfriends who I have now a writing project or just adventure, reading and writing. So we call it reading and writing, RAW, raw. So you have to learn to read first. You have to love and enjoy reading, critical reading, whatever forms of types of reading, and then pleasurable. Don't forget pleasurable. It should be pleasurable, especially fiction, even non-fiction, and poetry. And you have to read first before you write. Learn how to write. So reading and writing. Because if it's writing first and reading, it's gonna be war, not raw. WAR. So it's 10:41. I have to go now. Blessings of love and light to you, and more creative endeavors, and just enjoying all the beauty. God knows from behind. From this is just our way. God has provided us a lot of ways to not to escape, but to find somehow a sense of comfort in things that we do, and in what we are given, to comfort from all the troubles that this world has. So love and light. Bye.